It's been a while. And it's for good reasons. Some serious things happened in my life that I would never expect would happen and wish would never happen. I've been gone because, I got work. I sadly got a real life job. I know, it sucks. um, yeah. So work. And then something happened to my dog. My dog Blue. Um, my mom has had her since 2018 when she was a puppy. So we've had her for a while, and something kind of serious happened I thought I would never expect. Because you don't realize that you don't realize what you're missing until something so serious happens to it. So we've had her for 5 years, and she's such a sweet dog, so kind. She's the best. She's super nice, and she's family. And we've noticed a bump on her head, and we thought it was nothing. And then we went to the vet a few months later, and they found out that she had cancer. It was really hard because I was at work when my mom told me, and I couldn't do anything about it. I wanted to go home, hug my other dog. It was really hard, and she got surgery, and we found out there was some good news. She's cancer free, she's healthy, everything's amazing. So I haven't made this video because I wrote the script before the vet appointment, and I couldn't record it because she was recovering with stitches. So wanted to keep an eye on her so the stitches wouldn't go apart and stuff. So yeah, so it's been a while, but I'm back. Both of my mom's dogs are healthy, and that's good. So let's get to this video. Sorry for the sad update, but it has a happy ending. So this video is what I've been wanting to make for a while. It's a movie series okay, let me address this for the fans. It has a huge fan base. I like most of the Friday the 13th movies. I like most of them. Most of them. So, guys, the fans, calm down. Stop, delete that comment, okay? I see you. Dry off those Cheetos on your fingers. Clean those Cheetos off your fingers, dude. Hey, get the napkin. Yeah, so stop your comments. I like most of the Friday the 13th movies. Are they good? No. But they're not bad either. They're in that medium. It's not good writing either, but that's on purpose because the movies are about horny teenagers that get killed by Jason Voorhees. That's the concept, and that's why people watch them. So it's not high art, but it's very enjoyable. So, like I said, I've been wanting to make the video for a while. Oh yeah, welcome to the third, God, this video is a mess. So welcome to the third Spooktactular Fool. I didn't think we would make it to another third year of this series, to be honest, because last year there was like 1 or 2 videos of the Spooktacular. It wasn't a good year for October with my videos, but I'm back at it. I'm more motivated, so let's do it. So welcome to the third Spooktacular Fool. I am excited. It is October today. It's spooky month. I love Halloween, so let's do it. That sounded so fake, but it's not, guys. I swear. I love Halloween, and I love watching Halloween movies, scary movies in October. It's super fun, it's scary, it's enjoyable. So sit down, get your popcorn, and enjoy this video. So, yeah, so I've been wanting to make this video for a while. Because the movies fascinate me. Because they have a huge fan base. I think it's bigger than the Halloween franchise. Way bigger than the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So I've been wanting to make it for a while. And 13th franchise is not art. People do not watch this for art. We watch it for the gory killings. I'm going to be straight honest. We are not talking about the first Friday the 13th movie. Even if it's one of the better ones out of the franchise, I'm not going to be talking about it because it does not include Jason. Oh my god. Why most people watch this series is for Jason. That's why he's so iconic. And basically, part 1 of Friday the 13th is about Jason's dead. That's the twist. You think it's a guy killing these teenagers in the first movie, but it turns out the twist is it's Jason's mother, and she's hurt, and she's grieving, and how she grieves is killing horny teenagers. And yeah. Alright, I'm back. Almost had an accident, but I'm back. So, like I was saying earlier, the mom is mad that while Jason was outside being unwatched because some counselors were banging it out, that young Jason drowned and died. So she's angry, she's grieving, she wants revenge for her son, so that's why she starts killing the new counselors at Crystal Lake. That's the twist. On to part 2. That includes Jason Voorhees somehow. I'm gonna be honest, they never explain how, but he returns. So the movie starts with a man slowly walking in this neighborhood. They don't show what he looks like, they just show him from the legs, and he looks at this house. And inside this house is the final girl from the first one, taking a nap, wearing a tight ass dress. I mean, it looks uncomfortable. I don't know how she's taking a nap wearing that tight dress with leggings. Anyway, not my business. Not my business. But she wakes up, but before she wakes up, her nap, her dream is a perfect recap of the first movie. Thank you. So she wakes up, then her mom calls her, worrying about her living alone. She walks into the kitchen and BAM! Right away, she gets killed by Jason by grossly stabbing a knife into her temple. Yeah, it's gross. Bye, final girl. So next is the most stereotypical American truck you'll ever see with monster truck wheels driving to this small town, and they stop to call one of their friends. You know, they go to a thing called a payphone. It was a thing back in the day. I know. The past is crazy. But they go to the payphone to call their friend who is also going to be counseling at this camp near Crystal Lake. Very important. It's near Crystal Lake. So while they're calling, with their luck, their damn American truck gets towed. Damn. So they go after it and, bitch, it's a prank from that one friend you just called. Yeah, he's that annoying comedian friend. So we get to the camp and we meet two more, what is this? We meet two more characters. The first one is Terry. This girl named Terry. And what is the matter with parents naming their kid Terry? What's the matter with you? Oh, hey, I'm Terry. Yeah, that's weird. So Terry goes on this jog, and warning to female viewers, the Friday the 13th franchise is not progressive towards women. They're basically objects with these movies. Prime example is while she's jogging, she's wearing basically booty shorts, workout booty shorts, and there's a close-up shot of literally her ass cheeks while she jogs. So, and then creepily we meet our next character, the Harvey Weinstein character named Scott, who creepily watches Terry jog. So then is the meeting where it's basically the camp leader, or the counselor leader named Paul, and he basically tells them the rules, jokes of them. And then Jeannie gets there late. She is the assistant to Paul. God damn it, Jeannie. And while she's late, oh my god, are her and Paul kissing? Yeah, they're a couple. So later that night, Paul tells them the story of Jason and the killings. Basically, they don't think it's real. They think of Jason as an urban legend. just to scare teenagers, to scare kids. It's basically the boogeyman. They don't believe he's real. So then Jeannie gets tired and she goes to her cabin, and creepy Paul freaking scares her, and then they make out, you know, make some love, you know. And someone's watching them. No, it's not Jason. Jason hates horny people, okay? It's not Jason. It's the old man from the first movie who warned people not to go to Crystal Lake. Well, Jason's sick of them too. And one of the good things Jason does is kill that old man. And god damn, Jason, you're choking him out. And god damn, how tight are you holding that rope? His neck is goddamn bleeding, Jason. God damn. Just snap his neck. He's an old man. Jeez, Jason. I mean, Jason, join the WWE, man. Seriously. Or what's that other one? AEW. Join one of them, man. You, jeez. Alright, so the next day is basically training for the counselors. And while they're training on their break, Jeff and Sandra... Okay, I might have forgot to say their names. Jeff and Sandra are the ones at the beginning with the big truck that got towed and they were calling their friend. That's Jeff and Sandra. They're a couple. So they sneak off and go to Crystal Lake. Woo! And a cop stops them and brings them back to the camp. And the cop wants consequences for their actions. And, yeah, that doesn't happen because Paul doesn't think Jason and his mother's real. He thinks it's an urban legend. So later that night, Terry just decides to go on a naked swim. You think that would be soup's cold, but hey, not my business. And she goes on her naked swim. And who's watching her? Yeah, you guessed it. It is creepy Scott. Terry catches Scott and yells and argues with him. And then she just forgives him right away because it was the 1980s, dude. Men are gonna be men. So she forgives him, and while they're walking towards the camp, Scott gets trapped into some rope and it pulls him up. I don't know what that basically they said it's from the training. What are you gonna do with that training with basically a noose? Okay, anyway. So then Jason basically kills both of them. I feel bad for Terry, but fuck Scott, you know? So Paul lets the counselors go out for the night because it's going to be their last free night before the students arrive the next day. So he says, have a good time and have a lit time. I'm never going to say that again, but yeah, he basically tells them to have a good time before their jobs begin the next. So then Paul's basic consequence for Jeff and Sandra, their punishment is just to stay behind on their last night before the students arrive. Oh, what a punishment. What a punishment. So then there's Vicky and Mark, who also stay behind. And then Jason says, fuck it. He gets sick of them and the massacre begins because first is Mark. And oh my god, it is the most shocking death, and because you don't expect it. It comes out of nowhere because Mark is looking for Vicky because they get close and they want to make out. But she goes outside to get ready for him while she's wearing the most granny panties you'll ever see. Girl, that one shot, I thought it was a guy wearing some undies, okay? I'm not joking. But yeah, so she basically gets sexy for him. And while she's gone, it's stormy out, so Mark goes out to look for her because he thought he heard her. And no, when he gets out there, there's, BAM! A machete in his face by Mark. This is the most shocking death of the franchise because you don't expect it at all. So then, there's Sandra and Jeff. They bang it out. God damn. You know that's a big no-no for Jason? And he has a spear, and he stabs it right through them. So then there's the stupidest death of this movie, Vicky. She just stands there. So she finds the dead bodies of Sandra and Jeff in their room. She freaks out, and then BAM! Jason is just under the sheets like, someone's definitely gonna come into this room and I'm gonna scare them. Jason, that's a really long time, and she could have skipped the room, okay? You got lucky. So he scares her, pops out with a knife, uh-oh, and you know Jason, he's a goddamn turtle. He's slow. She just stands there while he walks slowly towards her with the knife and stabs her and kills her. This is the stupidest death. So then Paul and Jeannie come back to the camp. They went out to have a good time too. So they return and Jason attacks him right away. And god damn it, Paul loses the fight with Jason because Jason's a WWE star, okay? You're not going to win against Jason. And so then Jason goes after Jeannie. So it's basically a cat and mouse chase. But Jeannie survives and wins because she beats the fuck out of Jason by hitting him with wooden objects. And yeah, I do like part 2. I think it's one of the better ones of the franchise. I had a good time watching it. I like it. I think I like it because it's before everything gets crazy. Yeah, it felt like a really nice 70s. I know it takes place in the 80s, but it felt like a cool 70s slasher movie. It felt very stalkerish, creepy movie, and I enjoyed part 2. Now on to part 3. So it starts with this older lady yelling at her husband. I don't know what he did wrong. It looked like he was just hanging up some clothes, but I guess she wants it very specific, so she starts yelling at him. It's like, girl, chill out. So then she goes back in and she has the news on, and they're basically talking about the massacre from the last movie, because the part, I'm talking super fast. Part 3 starts right after how the second one ended. The next day, actually. So then they are very unlucky because Jason is watching them from outside, and it's like, dude, chill. You just got away with murders, and you're like, well, I got away. Let's slash some more. No, chill out. You just got away with it. But he's very impulsive. So then the husband does get a little creepy because while he's feeding his goldfish, he just starts eating He starts eating the fish food like it's a good juicy burger. Then he holds and pets his rabbit, and while he walks around in his grocery store, he just starts picking out food and starts eating it. It's like, dude, you own the grocery store. Well, Jason can't handle either, because he can't handle it, and he kills the couple, brutal. So now we meet our main characters. So there's the horny couple, Debbie and Andy. Then there's Chris, who has history with Jason because she survived the massacre from the first movie when it wasn't Jason. It was the psycho mom. Then there's good old prankster, the annoying friend, Chuck. And they drive to this neighborhood to pick up Vera. They're picking her up, and yeah, for a blind hookup date for Chuck for some reason. And then we also meet 2 more people. They're friends, the stereotypical marijuana couple, who are so inspired, and it's a ripoff from Cheech and Chong, or that's how you say it. And so they drive to Crystal Lake because people don't learn with these movies. So while they're at Crystal Lake, they basically do a house tour. Chris hears a scream, and she runs to this room and finds Chuck with an axe in his head. Bitch, it's a prank! So Chuck and Vera go to a grocery store to pick up some food, and then they get confronted by the most, again, stereotypical biker gang, and they're just mean to Vera. They're mean to Chuck for some reason. And Chuck gets some balls, because while they're outside, he backs up and runs over their bikes. Yeah, Chuck's a badass. And it impresses Vera. So, good job, Chuck. You might get some tonight. Probably not, because you're weird. So, somehow the biker gang finds Crystal Lake, and they do something so horrific. They empty their gas. How could they? Oh, well, Jason gets sick of them too, and kills them. And that's one thing you can agree on with Jason, is killing them was the best decision because they were so stereotypical and annoying. And by the way, this movie was 3D when it came out back in the theaters in the 80s. And there's so much close-up shots. It's like, it gets annoying right away, and we get it. It was 3D. Oh, Chuck and Vera get pretty damn close and connect, but yeah, he ruins it by his pranks, and she gets annoyed, but she's not mad at him. So they meet up at this at the lake, and she sits on one of those wooden decks, and Chuck just goes to the barn, and you never see him again. See ya, Chuck. And then she's in the water because she drops Chuck's wallet, and while she's in the water, she stands up and sees a man wearing a hockey mask, and she doesn't run away. And he's also holding, I forgot to mention, he's holding a fish spear gun. And she doesn't go away because she thinks it's Chuck. Ma'am, lady, Chuck was fat, okay? This guy wearing a hockey mask, he's muscular like WWE superstars, okay? That's not Chuck. See, yeah, she gets killed by a spear gun to her eye. And then, disrespectfully, it's cold as hell, Jason. He acts like it was nothing and just walks away. It's like, damn, disrespectful. So then, there can't be no horny couple. They try to bang it out. Jason's like, that's a big no. No. And he kills poor Andy, who foolishly walks on his hands. And Jason, with a machete, stabs him in the dick. Ouch! And then he kills Debbie by stabbing her through the chest with the machete, with pretty great practical effects. Yeah. Sadly, next is the hippie couple. And Jason goddamn fish fries the hippie guy. God damn. And next is the hippie girl, and he stabs her with a hot metal rod. So Chris and Rick get back, and they try looking for their friends, and then Jason does the most brutal killings with this franchise. I'm going to say with this franchise, because he grabs Rick by the head and squishes it like it's nothing, and his eyes pop out. Poor Rick, dude. Jeez. So then it's basically getting a cat and mouse chase with Chris and Jason. Chris gets sick of it, beats Jason, and stabs him with an axe and kills Jason. Jason's dead. So yeah, that's part 3. And I thought it was okay. It was alright. I thought part 2 is much better. Part 3 is basically the same movie, but with much dumber characters. Now we're on to part 4. The final chapter. That's really funny, Paramount. The final chapter, and we got like 5 more movies left. Yeah, real funny, Paramount. So part 4 ends. Part 4 begins with how part 3 ended. Jason's dead. Cops are there. Paramedics are there to pick up his dead body. The chaos is over. Or is it? And they bring him to... Yeah, Jason's dead. That's a pretty short film, man. It's very short. So they bring Jason's dead body to the hospital and the morgue. I didn't know morgue workers work at hospitals, or am I dumb? I don't know. So then there's this nurse, and there's this creepy morgue worker that tries flirting with her. And I guess if with the Friday 13th universe, if you're a creep, if you're a creep, you'll get the ladies, okay? So then they're about to bang it out, him and the nurse, in the morgue room. Okay, what is the matter with people? Just like the Nicolas Cage movie, what's the matter with people banging it out at the weirdest places? So they're about to bang it out, and Jason's dead hand has to ruin it. It hits her, she freaks out, starts yelling at the morgue worker. I don't know if she's bipolar or what, but she walks out, leaving the morgue worker alone. It deflates. So, what do you think the creep does? Yes, he watches women workout tapes. Of course he does. Well, Jason wakes up from his nap because, if you get hit by an axe and it stabs your head, you'll just take a long nap. You'll be fine. I've never seen such lazy writing to bring back a character. So Jason kills the morgue worker, and then, for some reason, I guess because he's a psycho, he somehow finds the nurse that left the morgue room and kills her too. Why? Why? So, and then Jason just leaves the hospital. Are you telling me this big, muscular guy who walks like a turtle, because how slow he is, he just magically walked out of the hospital with no one noticing? I call bullshit that such a big guy would escape a hospital with no one noticing him. I call bullshit. Again, such lazy writing. So now we meet our victims. I mean our main characters. And they're driving down this road, and in the back of the car, there's these two characters. Jimmy, who is played by the guy who plays Marty's dad from Back to the Future. Actually, one of the only famous people of this franchise. Then there's Tim. Makes fun of him for Jimmy breaking up with this super hot girl, and I guess he broke up with her because his dick wouldn't work. This is a real conversation. So then we have the couples, but this time there's two couples. That's a record for this franchise, guys. These are Samantha and Paul, and Debbie and Doug. And they're driving to these woods to go to their house. And I get it, they're college students, they don't want to live in dorms. I get it, they're college students, they don't want to live in dorms, they want to save up money. But you're telling me you're going to move in the middle of the woods, middle of nowhere? I swear, these characters have no brains. So next, we meet our other set of main characters, Tommy's family. And Tommy is the enemy of Jason. He's the hero of the franchise. But before that, with this first movie he's a part of, he's a young kid played by Corey Feldman before Hollywood broke the poor guy. Then there's his sister Trish and the mom. And they also live in the middle of the woods, because why not? So that's where the college students are moving to, right next to Tommy's family. And when they arrive, the mom makes them go outside because she wants to have them make friends. But there's a reason why Tommy has no friends, because he's also a creep. Because at night, he watches from his room Samantha undressing herself, and he's acting like it's a movie or play. Like, hey, little peeping Tom, do you want popcorn with that, you little creep? So the next scene is the college students are walking to the lake to go swimming, and they somehow run into these twins. And yeah, they conveniently meet these twins, and they go to the lake, and they're super horny. And yeah, again, women, this movie's very sexist to women, for your warning. So yeah, they all go skinny dipping, and they show their boobs and ass. And again, also the twins do that too. The twins, they just met. Yeah, I guess Tommy could smell them because he conveniently goes to the lake too with his sister, and he watches them until the sister makes him go away because she catches the little creep. So they go to Trish's car, and they're driving, and of course it breaks down, and what does she do? Not call for help. She makes her 10-year-old brother try to fix the car. He's 10! What is up with this universe? So then, they get the help. We meet Rob, who helps them fix the car, and he tags along with them. He even goes to their house. And Tommy's so excited to have a new friend that he makes the guy go to his room to show him his movie props. I'm saying movie props because these monster masks that Tommy makes, again, he's 10, I call bullshit because no 10-year-old's that talented, that these monster masks look so realistic, what you'd see in a horror movie. I'm not believing it. So then, also, Tommy, you ever hear of Stranger Danger? God damn. So then, I am filming this very late, by the way. So next, the college students are back at their house, and they're basically chatting, dancing to music, and the twins are horny, okay? They're hoes, and they want to find someone to bang. So one of them picks Jimmy, and they bang it out, and the other twin leaves because she couldn't find anyone. And Jason just mean stabs her. I mean, out of nowhere. Jason, again, how the hell did you get here? I get it, Crystal Lake is his home, but they don't live near Crystal Lake. They're not even at Crystal Lake. Again, this movie is just a bunch of convenience. And then to be even more rude, he just picks her up and throws her against the house. Jason! Manners! So then Samantha gets mad at Paul for dancing with one of the twins, so she walks out and she decides to go skinny dipping because that's what a bunch of women do when they get mad. They get naked and go swimming. Well, that's a big no-no for Jason. And while she swims to this plastic boat, you know what I'm saying. I'm not the brightest, okay? But so there's this plastic boat. I know there's a name for it. It's an inflatable boat. So she crawls on it, and Jason just, like a goddamn shark without breathing, goes under that raft and just stabs her by Samantha. Then Paul goes after Samantha, tries looking for her, and gets dick stabbed by Jason. Jason, I swear you have a fetish with stabbing dicks. So then Jason gets sick of him and just starts killing each of the students one by one, and you don't care, because these characters suck. They have no personality, they're dull, they're just for Jason to kill. And that's why I think Part 4 sucks. I like the other three much better. Yeah, they weren't perfect, but they were enjoyable to watch. And one of the reasons was because of the characters. With the other three, the characters had personalities, they had their own fears, they spoke differently. They were all human with their own issues, and they acted like real humans would. But with Part 4, you don't care. You're kind of hoping Jason will kill them because they're annoying, they're stereotypical, and they're dull and boring. So yeah, I don't care what Jason kills each of these students. I'm like, thank you, Jason. Thank you. And Jason, with the other movies, he was the villain you fear. This one, Part 4, the final chapter, he's your personal hero. Because he's taking out these annoying, obnoxious, dull characters, and you're thanking him. So, next, Jason goes after Tommy's family. And you would think Rob was going to be the hero of this movie because he has history of Jason, because Jason killed his sister, who was the final girl from the first movie. He has history with Jason. He wants his revenge. No, Jason kills him so easily. Never mind. And Tommy's genius way of saving his sister from Jason is shaving his head, dressing up like young Jason, to trick Jason. Well, it works. It works somehow. And the sister stabs Jason. Jason falls down with the machete going through his eye. He's dead, right? No, he twitches. Tommy gets fucking sick of it, grabs that goddamn machete and decapitates Jason. I'm not shitting you. It's fucking gangster. And that was Part 4. It was a movie that sucked. I didn't have a good time with it. I wasn't entertained. Jason was my personal hero with this movie. And that's how it shouldn't be. Part 4 wasn't a hard watch. It was because they're short. And Jason arrives quickly, literally in the first 5 minutes. And so that was the good part of Part 4. It was a very fast-paced movie. So we got done fast, but it sucked. It's got to be the worst one of the franchise. And I can't be alone thinking that, because it starts getting repetitive. Because after the first movie, it's basically the same story with the same characters, just different names. And the thing is, I thought the first 3 were very decent, and I had a good time watching them. With Part 4, I couldn't. I did not have a good time watching it. Because even if the first 3, it was basically the same story, them going back to the camp or a camp near Crystal Lake, I knew it was basically the same story again, but I watched it for the characters, because the characters actually had personality. They had fears. They had personality, okay? And I watched for their story, and it sucked when they got killed. And you feared Jason. Part 4, he's your personal hero, dude. But I know after Part 4 is when we get the Jason we all know and love. That's what made him iconic, is after Part 4, and that's when the kills get more ridiculous and the characters are just there for Jason to kill. And I heard they're very entertaining, so I hope they are for me. But I'll see you for part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, personal things happen that I had to deal with first before making this video. But I'm glad to be back making this video for the 3rd year of Spooktactular Fool. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. See you guys later. You guys are awesome. Subscribe because it's free. And share this video because it's free to do that. Like this video because I know it was entertaining. And share. I think I said that already. I'll see you guys later. You guys are awesome. Peace.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. We'll see, we'll defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. Compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly